Hey everybody, Greg Davis, SuperAffiliateRockstar.com. Welcome to this webinar. This is going to be some really valuable information for you because it's been extremely valuable for me, and I don't see enough people really doing this, especially like in the online marketing slash, or really like in the affiliate marketing and media buying world that I'm in. See very few people doing this and taking advantage of these opportunities, but I'll just tell you real quick what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my story and kind of show you how I've been able to make millions of dollars just with this little side business, this little side hustle. And, in addition to the money that I just make doing what I do. And I'm going to, explain different ways how I was able to monetize the whole thing, and then how you can do the exact same thing. And I'll show you step by step, what I did, how I implemented it, and it'll be really good information for you to use if you choose to do the same thing. So, so let's get into it. So, just in case you don't know anything about me and my background, I have been a media buyer since 2000. So I'm like an ancient dinosaur, when it comes to online marketing. But I really got successful enough to quit my job back in 2007. Okay, so since 2007, I've been, full time media buyer, a full time affiliate marketer, meaning that, I buy ads primarily on Google and Facebook, and then I send that traffic to affiliate offers, and then I get a commission, based on what happens with the offers. Okay, and it's not just necessarily people buying stuff; it could just be people signing up for something. It could be for somebody just getting like an insurance quote. It could be for a lot of different things. But the key thing is that I think the thing that distinguishes like an affiliate like myself versus what like a lot of the online marketing world thinks I'm an affiliate is that I'm buying traffic, okay, and I'm primarily dealing with cold traffic. I'm not really dealing with with my own list in this capacity. All right, so but I've been doing that pretty successfully since 2007, and when I'll say like back in 2007 2008, I was running some campaigns on Google. I was doing pretty well. I was grossing a little bit, like right around $1 million a year, like both years. And it was all said and done, I was probably bringing in like 400,000 of it. Was net. So it wasn't bad considering that the year before. The year before I was able to quit, my base salary was $55,000 a year. Okay, so so I was making more than that per month with my online business. So I was doing, I was doing good. I had some skills when it came to that area. And so what happened was, I kind of stumbled into the information business because there are a lot of people that wanted to learn how to do what I did. And so initially, I made a little ebook. I put it on ClickBank, and it was called Recession Kicker, which is probably the worst name in history because it came out in 2008. Right when the recession really hit, and so the whole idea in my mind was that look, you can beat the recession by doing media buying, doing affiliate marketing. So, but it's kind of a negative title. So, but anyway, people did buy it. Some people bought it. It wasn't like a huge seller, but people did buy it. And so I was able to build a list, of people that were interested in, and then people that actually bought the product. Okay, so did that. Some of the people, really liked it a lot, and so they contacted me. They were like, "Look, Greg, can you maybe, like coach me, personally, like one on one? Can you like kind of show me how to do this stuff? Because I really want to get into it, but I want to get more guidance and not just have an ebook." So I was like, sure. So I didn't even know what to charge. And so I think so it ended up being they came for like I ended up charging like $13,000. I think it ended up being. Oh no, it was a 2 day thing, and so I charged $13,000 for 2 days. Um, and so so it was a success. Got more and more people doing that. I got so many people that are asking for it that I raised the price to 25,000. and this was just for one day. Okay, it's just one day in person, and then we have some follow up after that. And so it totally changed everything because it went from a couple $1,000 extra from these ebooks to big chunks of money from this private coaching. And again, this was something I kind of stumbled into. Like people asked me for it, and so I gave them what they wanted. All right, so a couple lessons so far that I need to highlight. Okay, because none of this works is if you don't have a list. Okay, it's a list. You have to build a list. A list is like the most valuable asset that you're going to have in your business. So you need a list of prospects, and most important, you need a list of customers. Okay, a list of people that will spend money with you. All right. So what if you don't have a list? Like me, when I started, I had no list. Okay, so but I built the list as I promoted my product. When I did do that recession kicker, I had a list of all the customers that did it, and also had I think I had a squeeze page actually in front of the main sales letter. So I collected some names and emails that way too. But so rule number one is that you have to get a list and you have to build a list. But if you promote your product or somebody's product along the way, while you're building your list, then you can make money, while you're building your list. I mean, that's ideally what you want to do. All right. So we can talk about some of the details a little bit later. But I just wanted to point out, number one, you got to build your list and get paid to build your list. All right, so so that's key. Like that's the only way that you can really make big money in the information marketing business. The other thing is that you always have to have a mechanism to build your list. You always have to have a squeeze page. Okay, if you're not familiar with the squeeze page is basically just a page, and you're just trying to capture email or capture name and email. Okay, like that's the whole purpose of the page is to get that name, email. And so for me, it was superfill@rockstar.com, and it was a squeeze page. I actually had a little video there. It's different now, but I had a video there, and it was basically like this is how you get into my secret blog. Okay, you had to opt in to get into my blog. Okay, and so the blog was a video blog. Okay. Now this is like I said, this is back in like the late 2000s, and so I remember I had a flip cam. I had a cheap little flip cam. I didn't have no good camera, but all those little ghetto videos that I made ended up making me a lot of money. Okay, because here's the thing that works with people, and even more so now because people are really into authenticity and just not getting caught up in the fakeness. And so the thing about it is that if you have a really strong relationship with the people on your list, then they'll like you, they'll trust you, and then they will do business with you and send you large amounts of money. Okay, assuming that you can actually do what it is that you say you can do. Okay, so you have to have something to offer these people, and you got to figure out what it is that you want to offer them and what order you want to offer it. All right, okay. So the second thing is that some of the most valuable information, like when people think information product, a lot of times they think of like courses or books or anything like that. But information marketing also covers coaching, okay, and consulting. All right, and so this is one major way that you can get big paydays from your list. Okay, and that is coaching. Okay, that's one way that you can monetize your list. All right. So anyway, so moving right along. Now let me tell you this. This whole time I'm building my list. Okay, maybe by this point, 2008, maybe I might, I might have 500 to 1,000 people on my list. Okay, so these are just based on like customers from the ebook. People that are interested in the ebook, and these are pretty much generated from paid advertising that I was doing to sell something. All right. Now the thing about it is that your list doesn't have to be huge in order for you to make, big money, from the people on your list. Okay, it doesn't have to be at all. As a matter of fact, when my list probably took a year to go from 500 to say 1,500 people. Well, I shouldn't say it. Maybe it took a couple of years to go from 500 people, say, to 2,000 people. And in that time period, that 2 to 3 years, I generated like over, I think it was like $1.5 million, off of my list. All right. But the only way that you're going to do that is if you have something, you're something that you're offering that is high ticket. Okay. If you're just selling them, even $500 courses, you're not going to be able to, you don't have enough people, you don't have enough volume to support making really big money. But if you have high priced, products or services, then you can definitely make it off of big numbers. I mean, excuse me, off of small numbers. So here's the deal. So when we talk about order of stuff that you're going to offer to them, this is where most people go astray. Okay, because traditionally with marketing, you offer something at kind of a lower price, and then you upsell them from there. Okay, that's like the traditional way. And that's not what you want to do. Okay, you want to turn that model upside down. Okay, and start with the highest price thing. Okay, because here's what's going to happen, and I'll show you exactly kind of how it happened with me. So if you start off offering something expensive, then you're going to set a tone right there, as far as like where you do business. Okay, you're gonna let people know you're not down at the $99 ebook level. You're not down at the $2,000 home study course level. You're not even down with the $5,000 workshop or whatever. You are down with you're high priced, and most people associate high price with highly with good. Okay, with something being very good. Okay, so and so but you have to do it unapologetically, and you have to do it with a straight face. Okay, you have to feel inside that your services are worth whatever the stuff, whatever you're offering. I mean, I'm not saying just have ridiculously high prices just because and still give something small or something crappy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that your whatever the service that you're teaching or whatever the thing that you're doing needs to be um, of high transformative value. Okay, so let's just say, if something that you teach people can help them make an extra, say, $500,000 in the year and with their profession, whatever it is they do, extra 500,000, then yeah, then $50,000 to pay you $50,000 is a good deal, because they're like, 10x, and they got a 10x, return on their investment. So so it has to be something that's of really high value. Okay, that's something that people will pay for. So you kind of gotta start with the end in mind, and so you have to kind of retrace your steps and try to figure out exactly what audience that you want to target. All right. So let's talk about the prices and like kind of conditioning your list, and all that kind of good stuff. So you're building your list the whole time. You're still you're advertising. You are, in my case, I was speaking. Okay, so every time, I mean, the people that you put on your list from speaking engagements are some of the highest quality names that's going to be on your list, because you're speaking like you're in a position of authority. They're literally looking up to you, as you're speaking and stuff like that. So so these people are going to have a really high opinion of you, so that, and they'll be maybe a little bit more receptive to your offers. Okay, so once you get that squeeze page, you need to be shouting it from the rooftops and just saying to everybody. Okay, just like with me, I introduce myself. It's Greg Davis, superphillyrockstar.com. That's the immediate thing that I say, like after I say my name. And so and so even organically, just people hearing it and going to the site and joining your list, these are valuable names. Okay, put the squeeze page, and that would be my site. Okay, that would be like this. If people want to look me up and do something to me, like they have to opt in, straight up and down. So that's how you build your list. But put your website at the bottom of your email signature, or at the bottom of your messenger signature, whatever. Put that shit everywhere. People will join. Okay, people will. will join your list, and your list, will grow. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the whole time I'm growing my list, but look, I mean, I'm almost ashamed to say, I mean, it wasn't growing that fast. I mean, I think I was maybe putting on like maybe an average 1,000 people per year on it. So which is not much, but because I had the relationship that I had with the list, and in the kind of the order that I had made offers, then I was able to still make a lot of money from a fairly small pool of people. All right, so anyway, so let's talk about making offers and the order of offers and how that works. Okay, in my case, in my case, the highest offer that I had done actually to my list, and basically a marketing thing, was $80,000. Okay, that was the highest price, $80,000. All right, that was for a one-off. It was it was called a high roller experience. It was something we rented a mansion in Vegas, and we did this big Vegas mastermind, and there's a bunch of other stuff. So 80,000. All right, and we got people to do. I think we got like 5 people. Okay, so we got that. So then, um, me, by this time, my private coaching, I was charging $50,000 for it. Okay, so you're talking about $50,000. So people are like, "Oh man, this guy's got, and him and his friends had something for 80,000. Now he's got something for 50,000." And then me and some of the same partners, we did an offer to my list that was 40,000. Okay, and we got, I can't remember how many people we got, but I think we got like, I think it was at least 10, I think. And so, so we did that. And so then we came back like a few months later with another offer that was $15,000. Okay. Now, kid you not, when we offered the $15,000 offer, I had people telling me, "Oh, Greg, finally something that I can afford." Okay, at 15K. All right. And so we did that, and we got I think maybe like 20 something people, in that program. So you know we so when you work your way down, people are like, "Oh man, finally, something I can get into or something I can afford." But it's like you need to start high and then go down, and then you can, when something is relatively cheap, like $15,000 or $20,000, you can say that it's cheap because the other offers that you've had, are a whole lot more. All right, so that's to me the way to properly, condition your audience, condition your list, um, with offers. Start high, don't start low and work your way up. It's easier to start at the top, start high, then work your way down. Work your way down the price ladder. All right, so that is an example of what we've done. What I've done as far as marketing to my list. And so offering some type of coaching program is definitely one major way to make money on your list. Okay, to make money from your list. Now, the one of the other things that we've done, which I just kind of described to you, is 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 um is doing um like events. Okay, well, not events, like experiences. Okay, like experiences. Okay, like the Vegas high roller thing that we did. Like, it was an experience because I mean they were paying for a campaign that we were building for them, but part of it was the whole experience, the mansion, the limousines, going out to the top clubs in Vegas. Um, it was an experience. Okay, and so that's how it is. These days, you have to sell experiences. It's not just about just giving people information. People want experiences. Okay, so that's another way that you can monetize your list. So that was kind of an extreme case, as far as the $80,000. But you can also do stuff like workshops. Okay, like I've done workshops. Like we've done workshops for like a weekend workshop where I think the first one I charged. I think the first one we charged $20,000. We charged $20,000 for each person, and I think we ended up having 10. And this was live. Okay, so they actually, well, the people flew into DC where I was, and we did a weekend thing. So I've actually done a couple of those, um, and also another kind of experience thing that you can do is a mastermind, okay, or like a mansion mastermind. I kind of like to do where you can, like we did one in Miami, and we rented the Airbnb, we rented, like some huge house, um, like on the, on the water, and and it was over 2 days, and it was nice. We had, catered, gourmet food. I mean, it was just a really, really nice experience. I think we charged, I can't remember, I think it was charged like 10,000 for that. Um, and so that was cool. And I think we may have only had like maybe like 8 people or something like that. But that's 80 grand, minus expenses. I mean, hey, it's not a bad 2 days, all right, to hang out in Miami. So those are some of the other ways that I've been able to monetize my list that you can do as well. Workshops, small events, and also what I've done bigger events. Okay, I've done events that had between 150 and 200 people. All right, and so those having the with those list is vital to fill those up. And so, and again, and that could be a really, really a nice payday. If if you do it right, okay. If you do it right, I mean, it's easy to not make that, as much money as you need to. I'll be the first to attest to that. But but that's another way of monetizing. So you can go from one-on-one coaching to group coaching to actually in-person masterminds, and you can go all the way up the ladder. I mean, I've seen people having like selling like $10,000 package, excuse me, $100,000 packages from the stage. Some like mastermind program. They're taking private jets. They're like doing this like this whole experience. Of wealth, and they're getting it. They're getting it. They're getting people spend, people that are, I shouldn't say spend, they're investing, $100,000, in themselves, to get what they need out of their program, out of the mastermind, out of the coaching, for them to achieve their goals. So, lots of ways that you can monetize your list. So let's recap. Okay, step number one: build your list. Okay, and ideally you want to build it while you're making money. Okay, and so as you're building your list, you need to, and you don't have to wait till it gets to a certain size. You can do it. You got 100 people in there. Offer. Put it out there. Come up with a high ticket service that you can provide. Okay, that you can, or the product that you can do. Provide. And if you don't have one, you can find somebody else. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so say, well, Greg, I don't really have a skill. Okay, I'm not really that good at anything. Nobody wants to pay for what I know. Okay, now I beg to differ. I think that as long as you're in a field where people are generating money, and you have a skill that can help facilitate that, the making of money, then I think that you are, more valuable than you think. But you don't even need to do it yourself or have your own product and stuff like that. You can partner with somebody else, because let me tell you, there's plenty of people out here that have great high end products and services, tremendous. But one thing that they don't have is customers. Okay, and so you can do that. You can bring them in. Like for example, you could do a retreat. So you could do a high end retreat, and you can either use their list or your list or both, or cold traffic as well. And so they're the ones that's going to speak at the retreat. They're the ones that are going to give out the content. You're just putting it together and you're selling it. Okay, and then you just obviously get a cut of of what's collected. So you don't even have to be the one that actually has a product and stuff. You could be an affiliate on that. Okay, like I said, there's tons of people out here that have offers, but don't know how to get customers. Okay, so you can build your list, and you know the people on your list can buy other people's high end products. And you get a healthy cut. Now you might be asking, well, Greg, I'm not in the same business as you. You're an affiliate marketer, and teach people how to do stuff valuable. I don't. I'm into something else. Okay, I'm in a different niche. Okay, it doesn't matter what niche you're in. Matter of fact, it doesn't even matter if it's a money making niche. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Like there's people that that I know of. I don't know them, but I know of that are big into ancient Kemet. Okay, and ancient Kemet is basically ancient Egypt. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff. Most things that get attributed to Western civilization actually came out of Kemet. Okay, so there are people that are really into this. Okay, and they study it, and so there's people that make money just being scholars and into this Kemet life because a they can get paid to speak. That's one way they can do it. They can write books. They can get paid on that. But they also have high end upsells. Okay, they have trips to Kemet. Okay, so they have a thing where people pay. I mean, obviously you have to cover airfare and hotel and that kind of stuff, but they make more money. They still getting paid. On top of that, but they have trips. They organize these trips to Kemet. All right, this has nothing to do with making money, but these people have an intense interest, in learning about Kemet, and so they're willing to pay, the experts that can show them. So your niche doesn't even have to be anything making money, as long as people have an intense interest in it, and interest intense enough that they will pay, then that's all that matters. Okay, now obviously, if it's some type of money making thing, that's a lot easier to justify the cost, and it's a lot easier to see because you get an ROI and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter. Okay, the main thing that matters is that you can connect people with stuff that they're passionate about. All right, so hopefully that helps because I know a lot of people out there like they're like, well, I don't really have any skills. I don't have any valuable skills and this and that, which is not true. Okay, but that's a whole nother thing. I mean, you have to. It's a whole nother webinar to figure out what your marketable skills are. Okay, if you don't think you have something good enough, then align yourself with a content creator that does. Somebody that will do coaching, somebody that will do events, somebody that will do retreats, stuff like that. All right. So have somebody that you can work with, and then you can, um, you know, you can you can construct your marketing funnel, construct your list, like that. All right. And one thing that people always say, well, I don't want to get into any, I don't want to get into any personality type marketing. I don't want get personality. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want people to know who you are, who I am, and you know, if that's the case, then this probably isn't the business for you, because the fact that people know you or think that they know you, that's going to be one of the most valuable things that drives their decisions of giving you large sums of money. Okay, so nobody's saying that you have to be so big out there, some internet social media celebrity or this and that. Like nobody's saying that. But as far as your list, as far as the people that you're interfacing with, your prospects and your customers, yeah, you need to show your personality to them. Okay. Now there is a way that you can do it, without being the personality, without being the face, without being out there at all. I mean, you're not going to make as much money because you have to split the money with somebody, but you can put all this in motion for someone else. Okay, so you can just be behind the scenes and you can put this together for them, and then that will, allow you to do this stuff without being known or seen at all. Okay, not as much money in it. You can make a lot more money, with your own personality, but if you insist on doing it that way, then that can be done, and I'm gonna I'll get into that in a second. Okay, but you have to either show your personality or show somebody's personality, to the list. And to me, the best way of doing that is to make videos. Okay, like I did. I had a video blog. Okay, now when I did this was back in like 20, I don't know, 2020, 2000, like 7 and 8, or not, yeah, about 2008 or whatever. So it was before social media, really, blew up. So now, maybe what you do is you still you maybe you email them, every time you make a video, and then but you're gonna add it to your YouTube video channel, okay? Because you want that to be marketing for you as well. All right, so you can because like for me, like I had the video on my blog, and then I also basically emailed them the link to it. So you can do the same thing. Once you create a new video, you can email them the link to it. And so um you can use YouTube as a way of building your list as well, because you get subscribers of YouTube. um so that's another way that you can expand your list, because that's the thing. You got to look at it. You can't just look at it as a list. Like Dan Kennedy calls it a herd. Okay, and I think the herd is actually um, more accurate than just lists, because with email lists is just you have one way of emailing these people. Okay, and or you have one way of communicating with these people, and that's email. Okay, but so you want email, but you also want the social media as well. You want them in your Facebook group. Okay, you want them following you on Instagram. Okay, you want them following you on Twitter. All right, so you want them subscribing to your YouTube channel. All right, so you want to be able to hit them from different media. Okay, because that is one of the most valuable sales tools in your arsenal. Okay, with your list is the ability to market to them from different channels, and I'm gonna get into that in a second. Okay, so let's put together a game plan. We're going to put together two game plans. We're going to put together one where you are the one actually, selling your own products and services, and then we're going to do a game plan where you're selling somebody else's products and services. Okay, so let's start with the second one. When you're selling somebody else's products and services because you're chicken and you don't want to be on camera, you don't want nobody to know, all this kind of stuff. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't mean you're a chicken. It just means that you prefer to not be out there yourself. But no problem. You can still make this work. Okay. So here's what I would do. Okay, if I was trying to build a information business, a high end information business, using someone else's information. All right. So first thing I would do, I would head over to clickbank.com. Okay, well, ClickBank, and then I would go to the marketplace. Okay, and they have like over 10,000 different offers. Most of them are electronic, in nature. Okay, so basically like I would like ebooks or videos, courses, stuff like that. All right, so I would find a niche that a lot of people are interested in, and I had a lot of experts. So let's pick something, and it will help if something that you're interested in as well. So let's just say holistic healing. Okay, I'm not going to say specifically which branch of holistic healing, but there's lots of different things there. But let's just say you want to do holistic healing. So I would look for a product by somebody that seems to know what they're talking about. You can check them out. You look them up. They have good testimonials. They don't have scam reports against them and stuff like that. And so and especially if they already, it doesn't matter if they already do speaking events, or if they do events or not. But you basically want to get somebody with the information. Okay, so get a couple of people, and then you can approach them like, look, I want to build a high end information product business for you, and I want to sell private coaching that you can do, or consulting, and I also want to do some other live small events, and maybe some type of experience event too. So here's how you would do it. So say they say, okay, well, fine, I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's make some money. Because remember, I was saying there's tons of experts out here that have really good products, really good service, really good content, but don't know how to get customers. Okay, so you find a partner to work with. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to work on selling their product. Okay, selling their ClickBank product. So you're going to set it up. You're going to put a squeeze page in front of it so that you are collecting the names, or you can also work with the vendor and get the the customer list as well, once they buy. All right, so but you're going to collect names there. You're going to collect names of people that are interested, and you're going to collect names of people that actually buy the product. Okay, so so that's how you're going to start off. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you're also going to take content pieces from from the person, and you're going to start a YouTube channel. Okay, you're going to start a YouTube channel. You're going to put out videos, and you might just have to take you might have to chop up a speech that they did. You might have to. I mean, most of these people already have like a lot of content out there already. But the main thing that you want is like you want to chop up like fairly bite-sized videos, maybe 2-3 minutes. I would say 5 minutes at the most, and then put those videos on YouTube, and then you email them out to everybody. Okay, so you do that. So you have your YouTube channel going. I would also start a Facebook group. Facebook groups are good because, as you get more and more members and they are interested in the same thing, then they start conversations, and they generate a lot of the questions that you can actually solve with the products, okay, and the services that you offer. Okay, so you want to do, a Facebook group for sure. You want to do a Facebook page. You also want to do, have a presence on Twitter and Instagram as well, and maybe even LinkedIn, depending on what the niche is. I don't know if LinkedIn would be appropriate for like holistic healing, but if it was some other kind of business related niche, then maybe. Okay, so you got your different channels going, and and you're going to be sending out emails to these people with the videos and stuff like that, and different content pieces, and you're also going to be continually offering the person's products too, if they haven't bought. All right, so then what you're going to do is you're going to have send out a video, and these videos that you're going to send out are going to be from this other person. Actually, you could do it two ways. You could do it either from the other person, or you can say if you want yourself to be in it, or you don't mind yourself being in it, then you can say introduce yourself as a partner, and then you can write as yourself. But either way, so let's just assume though that you don't want anything to do with it. So you're going to write these emails as the expert. Okay, so you send out an email. Say your list has a couple of 100 names on it or so, and so you're going to send out an email and say, look, I'm glad that you appreciate my content, appreciate all this stuff. But listen, I'm getting emails, and there are some people, that want more hands-on. They want a closer experience. They want me to really personally help them. Blah blah blah. And so you might throw out something like, So I was thinking about doing something like that. Who would be interested in something like that? It's not going to be cheap. Make sure you throw that in. It's not going to be cheap. And so, if you get a few people that say they're interested. Obviously you gotta. It depends on the size of the list, but let's just say, if you get a few enough replies or a few replies to say that they are, you're gonna do it regardless. So then you come back maybe a day or two later and say, okay, I decided to put something together. I decided to put together a private coaching program, and so then you lay out what the program is. You can do it in a video. You can do it on a live webinar. You can do it in writing, if you want. But again, like some kind of video format would be best. A webinar, even like a Zoom call or something like that, would be good because then you can answer their questions and it's interactive. But either way, you got to put out your offer some kind of way. So let's just say this private coaching deal or private healing session where your expert, flies to the person, or the person flies to your expert, and it's an in-person thing. So let's just say I'll just grab a number out of the air. So let's just say they charge $50K for that. All right. So and here's the thing, like in any if in any subset of customers, that you have, you're always going to have some people that are just rabid fans of yours, and they'll buy anything that you put out there. Okay, anything, no matter what the price, they are going to get it because they just are into you and what you teach that much. Especially if something that you've taught them has really helped them, then they are going to be willing to buy whatever. Okay, so you got to give them something high, high end, to buy. So let's just say you got a couple hundred people on your list, and you just get one. You get one person to do the private coaching deal or whatever. Okay, so hey, you say you split 50-50 with the guy, so you get 25K. He gets 25K. He does the private coaching, whatever. Now, here's one of the big secrets to this. All right, that first client, that first coaching client, consulting client, whatever that you get, you have to make sure that they're a success. Okay, you get your expert to be like, look, do whatever you have to do. Do it for the person. I don't care. Make sure that they're a success. Make sure they get what they want. And they're like, a raving fan. Okay, because that first person will be the key to getting more and more clients. All right, because if you get that one person that will sing your praises, if you get one person that will even take phone calls and talk to prospects and convince them to work with you, that's even better. All right, and so you gotta make sure that one first person, the first couple people especially. Now you want all of your customers to be successful, obviously, but when you're first starting out, that first one really have to focus on them and really have to make sure that they succeed. Okay, so then once you have that success story, then it makes it so much easier to just to keep selling. And so then, I would sell that for a while as your list grows. As people that buy his base product, they're some of them are going to be interested in higher stuff. So maybe you might be able to sell, one a month. Okay, one of those per month. All right, so that's one thing. So you have the private coaches, and then you might say, look, let's do, instead of a one-on-one coaching, let's do like a group coaching. Okay, let's do a group coaching, in person. Okay, so let's do, like I said, group coaching, mastermind, whatever you want to call it. So you pick somewhere nice. So wherever I don't know, wherever's healing, it might be holistically cool, like maybe like Arizona somewhere, you know, um, or somewhere, whatever. You pick some kind of location that's conducive to whatever the person does, and then you have like a high end, small event there. So let's just say maybe you charge, um, 20,000 for that. Okay, 20,000 for the weekend. Okay, and so they come and they work with your expert or whatever, for a weekend. So you have that. You could do something. Again, maybe like a small event, maybe for, 10, 20 people, and they pay, 5,000 each. You can do different things. You can do that. If they're up for it, maybe they want to have a larger event. Okay. And so you can do that as well. Okay. But just basically like we call like a little mansion mastermind. You rent, a mansion or slash, really big house and a nice place. Have people stay there in the house, and then you have your mastermind, your thing or whatever for a couple of days, and it's really cheap. I mean, the house, depending on where it is or whatever, the house might run you, 1,500 a day, 2,000 a day. Pretty much, that's probably like the high end. So 2 days. So let's just say it's 2,500. So that's 5 grand right there. Let's say you get a chef to cook meals. That might be another, let's say, 1,000. Um, another 1,000 is miscellaneous stuff. So you're looking at basically, less than $10,000 to put this on. And if you charge, say like $10,000 a piece, you get 10 people. That's $100,000. Okay, so that's 90,000 plus profit. Split it with the guy. Bam, that's 45 grand in your pocket for a weekend, and you don't even have to go. You can just set it up. You don't necessarily have to even go to the event if you don't want to. All right, so that's kind of like how I would do it, using another expert. Okay, using another expert. Now, for me, starting out, no list, no products, no nothing, then what I would do is I would promote a product that was closely related to what I do. So for me, affiliate marketing, media buying. So I would find a product that I liked, that taught that or that dealt with that. All right. So the more expensive, the better. So like a lot of times you can get like an automated webinar. Okay, like they have automated webinars. They have some on ClickBank. They have them on different platforms. But just to say, you promote an automated webinar that might sell something anywhere from $500 to $2,000, somewhere like in that neighborhood. Okay, so as you're selling it, you're building your list. Okay, you're building a list of people that are interested in it, and then once you start getting sales, then you make sure you get those customer lists, and and you have a list of customers as well. So I would start off like that, and as you have that list, I would continually to promote the first product, and then if I had some other products that were similar, I would maybe promote those too, down the road. But eventually, once I got some people on there, say a few hundred people on there, I'd be like, look, I've I've introduced you to these products, these services, this and this and this, and I love them and everything. But there are, like somebody asked me if there was something else that they could do, like if I could, personally coach them, okay, just one on one, work with them to solve, this issue. All right, and so again, sent out the whole little email. I was thinking about doing something, blah 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 blah. It's not gonna be cheap, blah 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 blah. So you gotta make sure to have those two elements. Okay, I've been thinking about doing this coaching program. It's not going to be cheap. Okay, make sure you put those parts on there. Then ask them. So if there's something that you're interested in, email me back, and I might do something. So assuming that you do get some responses, then you put the program together, make it high, make it, if you're going to have a collection or spectrum of products, make sure that this is at the top. Okay, so whatever your top anything is going to be, 50 grand, 60 grand, 70, 80, whatever it is, you want to start high. All right. And so you do the same thing. And so you roll out your program, you make a video about it, you can do a webinar about it, whatever. At that kind of price level, you're going to eventually have to talk to somebody, on the phone, talk to somebody, and close them. And so, bam. So you get your first customer. Okay. Even if you got to give them a discount or whatever, you get that first one. Okay. And like I said before, you work with that first customer. You make sure that they are successful. Okay. You do it for them if you have to. Okay. But you have to make sure that they are successful. All right. And so once you get that first success and that first example of what you can do, you let people know. You have them make a video or four. Again, if they're willing to, then have them talk to your prospects and let your prospects know, this is something worthwhile. This is something that you really should do. All right. So, and then you do the same thing. And then you work your way down. Okay. Then you do a cheap, if you started, say 60,000, then maybe you jump down to something that's 30,000. Then maybe you do something that's 15,000. Then you maybe do something that's 10,000. All right. I like to keep it. I mean, if it's I mean, it depends on you. But I like to keep things, maybe at like no less than $10,000. Like if you're doing some type of live workshop or something like that. So, and here's the thing too. The way that this all works, the way that this comes together is through, your content, the content that you give them. Okay, you have to be giving these people, valuable content. Okay, so it could be content from the products that they're buying that you're selling. I mean, I would put my own spin on it, but you got to give them good stuff. Okay, and you got to, again, let them get to know you. Okay, you don't have to have big outgoing personality, in order to make this work. Whatever your personality is, it's going to attract a certain group of people. Okay, and that's what you want. It's going to attract a certain group of people, and it's going to repel, other people that aren't like that. Okay, and that's what you want. That's what you want. Okay, you want people that are fascinated by you. Okay, so maybe you can. I'm not saying lie, but you need to you need to massage the image that you put out there. Okay, and the beauty of stuff like social media is that you can project whatever image that you want. You can let people in on whatever part of your life that you want. And you can make them think that, man, this guy's open, he's an open book, and he's showing us all kind of stuff, but you really are still, keeping a lot of stuff private. All right, so, um, but that's important. And again, I said the best way to do this is to make videos, because if you make videos, and people watch the videos, then they feel like they know you, okay, because they're seeing you. And this always happens, like when I go to having a live event, then I'm meeting people. And I always tell them, I think I always hear, man, you're so real. I just like that you're so real. And then people are like, I feel like I know you. I feel like I know you. And the reason is because they watched all these videos of you. Okay, and that definitely gives you a strong sense of knowing somebody, because it's like you're sitting there, talking to them. Okay, so videos are key. Okay, and you have to do as many as possible. Okay, like there's not. I don't think there's any such thing as doing too many. If you got to do one daily, do one a day. Um, but you don't have to do that often. You can do one once a week, but definitely be consistent, and make the videos, and it could just be about whatever. You could just be you talking. It could be a little bit more entertaining. It could be a skit. It could be all whatever you want. Whatever you want. Have fun with it. But here's the thing. Just like I was saying for the for the process of when you are helping another expert. Okay, same thing. You want to have a multi prong, multi channel approach. Okay, so use your YouTube channel. I would have a blog. You can take all the videos that you make, you can repurpose them, you can put them on a blog because you want to be able to touch people however they like to be touched. So you can have a blog, you can have a channel. Again, get a Facebook group. Facebook group is really good because it allows you to interact with your herd, and you can really do a lot with that, and you can still use it to promote your stuff. So Facebook group is good. And then also you have Instagram and Twitter. Okay, but I've done the most definitely by far with Facebook, and YouTube. All right, so and here's how you can leverage this whole multi-channel approach. So let's just say, for example, you can send them an email. Let's just say you're promoting some kind of event, okay, and so you can say look, you might see ads on Facebook. You might see ads on Facebook where the event is such and such price. Okay, but since you're one of my insiders, you're on my list, I'm going to give you this discount. Okay, and so what you can do is you can take all the emails of your group and you can use that to make a custom audience in Facebook. Okay, so you can just take all your emails on your list, import it into Facebook, and make a custom audience. Okay, and so then you can show ads just to them, just to that custom audience. So you're basically proving what you said because you're going to tell them, they're like, wow, he was right. I am seeing these ads on Facebook. And the price is higher. Man, maybe I better take advantage of this special. He emailed me. Okay, and you can do it the reverse way too. So that is one huge thing that you can do, and the same thing with your group too. You could you could have a group only special. Okay, so you can take advantage of the fact that you have multiple ways of reaching people. All right, and it's really, really, really powerful. It's really, really powerful. If people are getting hit by a message on email, then they're getting hit by a Facebook ad. They might get hit by a display ad. Because you're retargeting them. Then it gives you a lot more ammunition to make the sale. Okay, so again, start off, build your list, preferably while you're marketing something. Build that list, and at some point, and there's no magic number, but I would say, after you have, at least a couple hundred people on your list, make a high end offer. Okay. And the key to that is I'm thinking about, and it's not going to be cheap. Okay. And get that first client. Okay. That first high end client, and you work with them as much as it takes. Okay. You make sure that they are successful. And then once you have that one, you have them make videos about their success. You have them hopefully talk to prospects, and and they will help you to get more customers. Okay, and then you go down the price ladder from there. Start at your highest point, the highest price point you want to do, and then work your way down. Okay, so that is kind of it in a nutshell. I mean, I pretty much explained to you exactly what you need to do in order to pull this off. Okay, now but there are other things. There are other powerful methods that you can use to really make this work. Okay, and so that is what I have put together. Surprise, a coaching program for that. To teach you a lot more in depth. How to do this process. How to literally make over $1 million per year in information marketing. Okay, because look, if you have say a private coaching program that's $50,000 and you get two people per month, that's like $1.2 million per year. Okay, and getting two high end clients per month is not that difficult. Like I said, I've done it, and I've done it with a fairly small list. Okay, like a few thousand people. I mean, right now, my list, this core list that I market affiliate stuff to, is like 10,000 people. Okay, which is tiny, compared to like the list of most of these gurus and stuff like that. So, again, it should be higher. Um, but I've grown it just like I told you. I've grown it from marketing stuff, and I've grown it organically, speaking, signature, and just kind of being out there. Okay, so if you you know the basics, you know the basics of what to do, but exactly how you pull it off in the best way is what we're going to be talking about in this coaching program. Okay, so let me tell you about that, and let me show you how it can literally make you a millionaire. All right, the name of this program is the $1 Million Side Hustle Mastermind. Okay, and if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that I'm a big believer in masterminds. All right, now what is a mastermind? I mean, in my opinion, a mastermind is it's almost like coaching, on like group coaching on steroids. Okay, because when you bring like-minded people together and they are all focused on one person's problem, then the solutions and the ideas that are generated are far in excess of just the cumulative power of those minds. Okay, so it's not, if you got 10 people, it's not like 10 people brain power, it's multiplied exponentially to 100 people or 1,000 people. And it might sound a little far-fetched, but if you but if you actually see it in action, then you'll realize, exactly how powerful it is. Okay, I am always in at least one mastermind myself, and and sometimes I lead them. But I'll tell you this: like every successful person that I've met, say my level and up, okay, and a lot of times way over my level. These very successful people are always in some type of mastermind, and some type of formal mastermind, normally some type of paid mastermind. Okay, and a formal mastermind is one that has a facilitator, a leader. Okay, and that will be me. All right, so let's talk about what's in it. Okay, so the other, besides the multiplied mind power that can give you exponential growth, is also accountability. Okay, accountability is big because we're going to meet on a regular basis, and so if you say that you're going to do something at one meeting and then you don't do it at the next meeting, then we're going to hold you accountable. Okay, so that gives you like an extra push, an extra piece of motivation to get the stuff done. All right. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to have 2 virtual meetings per month. Okay, and this is a 6-month program. So 2 virtual meetings per month, and we're also going to have one in-person meeting. Okay, so we're going to get together in person, and have a in-person mastermind as well. Face to face is always the most powerful, medium, the most powerful way, to get to know people and to build, to build, camaraderie, to build a team, and to really help everybody make a lot more money a lot faster. Okay, so we're going to have these meetings. We're going to record them. We're going to have these in the members area with all the other content that I'm going to give you. Okay, including my $1 million emails. Okay, I have an email that I can send out, one email that can generate $15,000, just like that. Okay, just like that. Okay, when I'm talking about you can make money out of thin air, this is what I mean. Okay, you can literally start with nothing and generate cash. Okay, I have another email that has generated $70,000 for me. Okay, and I'm gonna give you these emails. I'm gonna give you the exact email so that you can use them. You can use them word for word if you want, but you can better use of them is to use them as a template where you can create your own. Okay, I have a $200,000 plus email sequence that I can show you, and most of these emails are just kind of standalone emails that they don't necessarily go to a webinar or something like that. Okay, I mean I think pretty much people know how to promote webinars. We will talk about that. If that's something that you want to do, but these are emails that I use that don't even require a webinar. Okay, doesn't get any easier than that. So I'm gonna show you step by step, word for word, exactly how I've been able to generate these big numbers, these big sales off of emails. Okay, I'm gonna give you the emails. All right, so we're gonna talk about how to monetize your list, okay, or somebody else's list. All right. And again, like I said, doesn't matter how big the list is. I mean, I was making a lot of money off my list when I only had 1,000. I'm seeing when I only had 500 people. Okay, as I grew it from 500 to say 2,000, in that time period, and over that time, I generated over $1.5 million from the list. Okay, so again, like the slide said, size doesn't matter when it comes to lists. Okay, you can make a lot of money from a very small list. So we're going to talk about doing high end coaching programs, doing consulting, how to do workshops and retreats. I mean, workshops and retreats are one of the easiest, most pleasant ways to make money because especially if you have it somewhere nice. It's a mansion, a pool, something like that. You can kind of kick back, and everybody has a really good time. But it's very valuable as well. Okay, so so we're gonna do cover mastermind programs. You can do your own mastermind programs. You can do done for you programs and services, which you can charge a lot more for. We're gonna talk about how to sell this expensive products and services that are not necessarily information products. We're going to talk about how to make high end affiliate deals. Okay, high end deals where you are making thousands upon thousands of dollars for each sale. Okay, we're going to talk about software. Okay, software is another way that you can monetize your list, and it's a great thing, especially if you have like a monthly recurring revenue. I had a software product that I had, and I'm not a programmer, but I paid somebody else to develop it, and I offered it to my list, and it was something that they used on a daily basis. It was not something that I came up with. It was an existing product. I just did my own version of it, and we sold it for like $1,000 up front, and then I think it was like $199 per month. Okay, so let's not even talk about the $1,000. But $199 a month. Okay, we had so basically $200 a month. Had about 50 people in it, and so you do the math. That's $100,000 per month. Okay, just coming in every single month, and I'm doing nothing. Okay, literally nothing. I mean, I had to promote it at first. Send some emails and stuff like that, and I think I did do a webinar for it. But after that, the money just kept coming in month after month after month. I didn't have to do anything. All right, because I had the programmer, and the programmer took care of all of the technical aspects of everything, and so it's a beautiful thing. Okay, when you're getting money, in that case, I was making over $1 million a year just off of this one product that I was getting paid monthly for. Okay, it's great. Okay, you have to experience this. Okay, so software is another way that you can monetize your list, and also licensing and certification is something too. Okay, you can come up with your own certification program, but people have to pay you, to become certified and whatever. This is not like it's accredited or something like approved by the government or anything like that. You can do whatever you want. I know people that have made up their own certifications. So you can do that. Oh, and also back to the software thing. Another kind of fairly easy way that you can do this business is if there is a existing software that a lot of people use that say you might be good at it. You just might know how to use it better than average. Okay, but you can offer services where you can do stuff for people. Again, like something like Infusionsoft. Okay, that's a popular like marketing software, and it was pretty complex. But you could build all kinds of businesses around this one platform. Another thing is ClickFunnels. Okay, ClickFunnels is a product a lot of marketers use, and people have built their own information products around ClickFunnels, like how people can do better ClickFunnels, how people done for you ClickFunnels, stuff like that. So that's another way that you can just kind of hop on to something that's already existing and make a profitable information business out of it. All right, so some of the other things I'm going to give you that I'm going to provide for you in this mastermind is the secret ingredient that can easily double your high ticket sales. Okay, this is something that I don't see people doing that I've done, and it works like gangbusters every time. Okay. Now, typically, the advice people get about marketing is, find a hungry market, then, create a product to fulfill the market, okay, or even find a product. That's not the right idea. Okay, that's not the bad idea. I'm gonna tell you the right way that you should actually enter a new market. First of all, find, and then enter a new market. Okay, one that makes it a lot faster and easier for you to get to the cash. All right, I'm gonna show you how to get your first 1,000 subscribers in 30 days or less. Okay, yes, in a month's time. By this time next month, you could have a list of 1,000 people. And like I said, I told you what I did with my list of 1,000 people. I made, $1.5 million off my list, starting with 500 people. All right. You're also I'm gonna teach you how to find clients that are happy to pay high prices. Okay, like a lot of people think, oh, nobody will pay this price, nobody pay this price, nobody will pay this much. Because but it's just their mentality. Because people will pay. People will pay for whatever they want. Okay, and people have money for whatever they want. Okay, I mean, not everybody is going to be able to afford your $50,000 coaching program, but there's a lot of people that will. Okay, as long as you make a good value proposition, as long as you show them how they're going to get an ROI off of that, then you be surprised at how many people will be happy to pay these prices. All right. Sorry. And so repeat some of the stuff on the slide. But basically, all of that stuff and then much, much more. Okay. I'm going to be spilling my guts, everything that I know about this business. And the beauty of this is that, there's no competition. Okay. This mastermind, because I mean, most people are going to be in different niches. Most people are going to be doing different things, different audiences and stuff. So we can, freely share, exactly what is working, what's not working, and how the whole group can improve. Okay. So I love the mastermind because it just accelerates everybody's success, and so that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's talk about the price. All right. So before I give you the price, just let me ask you this. Okay, look, if all this did, okay, so I said that this is gonna be $1 million side hustle. Okay, so what if? And when I say $1 million, I'm thinking like $1 million per year. Okay, because that's what I've been able to do with mine on a very small list. Okay, so but what if I was only half right? Okay, what if you only made a half a million in a year? Actually, what if I was only 25% right? Okay, what if you only made $250,000 per year off of this? Okay, so if you made $250,000 off of this information, how much would it be worth? Would you pay $50,000 to make $250,000 per year? Yeah, I would. I mean, you're going to get a 5x ROI the first year, and then everything after that is just straight profit, straight gravy. Okay, so you know actually, I'd be willing to pay $100,000 for it. Okay, if I'm going to make 25, it's give me $250,000 per year, year in year out. Yeah, it's going to be worth $100,000. Okay, but look, I'm not going to draw this thing out long, long-winded thing. It's not $100,000, not $50,000. It's 19,997. Okay, so you're looking at $20,000 for this mastermind, 6 months long, 2 meetings, virtual meetings per month, and then and also a in-person meeting as well. Okay, so you know one of my Gregisms is money loves speed. All right, so look, if you're one of the first 5 people to sign up, okay, one of the first 5, I'm gonna knock $5,000 off the price. Okay, and you can get in to the mastermind for $14,997. Okay, first 5 only, and I'm gonna be a strict cutoff at the first 5 only. I'm expecting to get the first 5 today. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get 5 today. So this is something that but I'm gonna do it in the order of deposits. All right, because obviously if you can probably gonna have to end up wiring the money or something like that. So, but I'm gonna do it in the order that I get the deposits, and then you can get that that price. All right. I also have another offer. Okay, this is $1 million side hustle done for you program. Okay. Now for this, you still get the mastermind, but in addition to that, we're gonna put together your marketing, your marketing pieces, and your whole marketing program for you. Okay. So we're gonna do everything for you. We're gonna put together the offers. We're gonna write the emails. Write the email sequences. We're going to design and build your squeeze page, your sales pages. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to send your offer to my list. Okay, so you can get some quick customers that way. Okay, so I'm going to send your offer to my list. I'm going to help you broker JV deals because once you have your offer working, then you can talk to other marketers that have lists, and you can make deals with them. And especially a lot of these marketers have huge lists, and so you can get a lot of business out there. Give them their cut, and you can make a lot of money. Okay, this is something that I've done a lot. I know mostly all the big movers and shakers out here. I know there's people that just broker JV deals. Okay, so they'll find the JVs for you. So I'll teach you and show you, help you with all that stuff. Okay, so literally everything and anything for your $1 million side hustle, we will do it for you and make sure that make sure that you're successful. Okay. So it's going to include the mastermind. It's 6 months long. We're going to have a 1 day in person. Okay, so you're going to come here, see me. Depending on where you live, I might come see you. But more than likely, you'll come to me. We're going to meet for a day. We're also going to have weekly one-on-one calls. And also, I'm going to help you write a book for the ultimate authority and leverage. Okay, if you have a book, that just automatically positions you as the authority, and it makes it easier for you to make these high ticket sales. Okay, because you're literally the person that wrote the book. Okay, so that is something that's very valuable, and we're going to help you do it. It's not as hard as you think. All right, so we're going to help you write a book as well. All right, so this obviously is going to be more expensive because this is my personal time working with you directly. So this is going to be $54,997. But again, money loves speed. All right, so first 5 people. This is included in the other 5. Okay, so it's not like I'm gonna have 5, um, 5 of the mastermind, then 5 of these. No, no, no. The first 5 customers, period. All right. So no matter what package that you get. All right. So if you want the first 5, then I'm gonna knock $10,000 off the price. Okay, and you can get it for $44,997. Okay, which is cheap for me because I don't do anything that involves me personally meeting with people and stuff like that for under $50,000. Okay, but I'm doing it for this because I strongly believe in this, and I really want to have some success stories of people that are literally making these millions off of this, because that's just going to help me sell more. All right. So now let's go to the granddaddy of them all. Okay. This is the $1 million side hustle mastermind diamond package. Okay, so this is the top package. This is for people that are super serious about making millions with information products. Okay, and with my help. All right. So this is what it includes everything from the mastermind. It also includes everything from the Done For You package. In addition to that, with the Done For You package, we're going to do one offer for you. One event, whatever it is. For this package, we will do 3. Okay, we're going to develop 3, and because of that, this is going to be a 12-month private coaching program. Okay, because if we do 3 events, you're definitely going to want to spread them out throughout the year. But we're going to do everything. Okay, if you do these events, by event, I'm not talking about any big, huge, hundreds of people there. I'm talking about smaller events like workshops, retreats, like small masterminds, stuff like that. So we'll do 3 of them for you, okay? And everything we'll plan it, we'll book the venue, we'll set up everything, the food, we'll do everything, okay? And I'll even show up to one of them. All right. So this is something where we're gonna just work with you closely, and develop these high ticket programs and products for your list. Speaking of lists, in addition, oh, by the way, we're gonna have a two person intensive as well, so you can come here for 2 days instead of one. All right, but also speaking of lists, we're gonna build a list for you. Okay, we're gonna build 1,000-person list, minimum for you. Okay, so your first 1,000 people for your list, we're gonna get them for you. And like I told you, if you follow, the way that you know I'm gonna teach you, you can make, you know, a million or more just from 1,000 people. I mean, from 1,000 people. Okay, I've done it. All right, because in fact, I'm going to show you how to make $1,000 per subscriber. Okay, that's unheard of in most email marketing circles. But I've done it several times, and I'm going to work with you and show you exactly how to do it. Excuse me. Also, if you ever want to do any kind of paid advertising, which you should, I'll do that for you. That's my specialty. I'm going to show you how to get 100% close rate. Okay, if you do get on the phone with people, close them 100% of the time. And if you're not doing super big numbers, then you can do it yourself. I mean, if you're really trying to crank it up, then you can get salespeople, which I can help you with as well. Also, we're going to help you write a book, just like in the Done For You package. But in this one, we're going to work with you and help you get to the Amazon bestsellers list. Okay, we got some techniques and tactics that we can use to do that, and so that's what we're going to do. And so this package is $74,997. But this comes with a guarantee. Okay, a guarantee that you will make your money back in a year. Okay, and the reason why I'm guaranteeing is because I'm doing it, or my team, we're doing everything. So I know for a fact you're gonna make way more than $75,000. Okay, so that is a diamond package. So, in conclusion, whether you want the mastermind, 6-month mastermind for 15K, or it'll be 15K today, okay? And also for the Done For You, we're slashing $10,000 off for the first 5 people. And the same thing for the diamond package. We're going to slash $10,000 off of that. So if you act today, or not even just today, because I think they might sell out before the end of the day, but just act quickly, then you can secure that for $65,000. All right. So first 5 people get those discounts. So hey, you know, do it as quickly as possible. First 5 only, getting those bonuses. But I appreciate your attention. This is something I'm really excited about because it has totally changed my life, and it has allowed me to make a whole lot more money. And the best part is it's on the side. Okay, this is not my main gig. This is something I do like in addition, to the main thing that I do. And that's the beauty of this. Whatever it is that you do, okay, this can be just in addition on the side, and it might overtake your primary business or activity. It might, and so in that case, maybe you want to make this, your full time gig. But this is a wonderful opportunity. I look forward to working with you personally. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Greg Davis signing out. Peace.